Hey everyone. So I hope you all are doing good. So guys, like our syllabus is about to be completed. Like only a few theory topics are pending, and yes, important topic of standard costing that is pending. So in continuation to our syllabus, today we are going to start with our new topic, which is value analysis and value engineering. Again, it's a theory topic. I would say, you know, non-numerical topic as we discussed. So, what basically value analysis and value engineering is? Okay, so I'll give you a brief about the value analysis and value engineering. So, guys, value analysis. What basically value is? The value is basically the use of something for you. Okay, the use of a particular product for you. Like suppose let's again take the example of the mobile phone. Okay, a mobile phone company. So suppose that you recharge your mobile with the 3 month unlimited pack, which is around of I think 599 in Vodafone or 649, I don't know. So suppose you recharge with a 3 month pack of Vodafone. Okay, but you use that pack only for internet purpose, only for data. Okay, you do not use it for calling. Okay, you do not use it for calling because there's a landline in your home and you use landline only for the calling purpose. You just use that uh, that pack for data, or vice versa. Like there's a router in your home, so you use that mobile that data only for calling, unlimited calling, and not for data. Okay, now what is the value of that pack for you? If you have router and you are using only for the calling, the value for you is calling. Only the calling which you are making by that package, that is the only value for you. For the data pack, that is the only value for you. Correct. So do you think that that customer is not completely utilizing the value? Yes, somewhere that is not utilizing the value. So this is what value engineering is. Suppose next time when Vodafone will come up with the value analysis and value engineering, what would they analyze? They will certainly analyze that this is our pack. It is of 599. A customer is taking, but there might be a chance that customer in future stop taking the pack of 599. Reason being, because we have analyzed by our research, it came to us that around 40% of the customers, they use the package only for calling purpose, not for data purpose. That would be a value analysis. Okay, and in future, what would be the next strategy of this Vodafone? The next strategy of Vodafone would be that they would, if they wanted to sustain in the market, as you know that there are a lot heavy burden of debt over Vodafone. Vodafone is about to end. Okay, so what would be the value engineering for Vodafone? Probably they will come with the package which will only provide unlimited call to the customers, and there would not be any data for that. Okay, and definitely the package value would be lower, somewhere around 300 or 350. If the package value is of 300 and 350, and they are only providing the calling facility, not data facility, whether those customers who are switching from 599 pack just because that is not of a complete value for them, and they are paying for data and they are not even using the data, so those customers would shift to a lower package, would shift to a cheaper package of 350 or 300. Okay, it would somewhere save 300 rupees for them. From 599 to shifting to 300, there would be a saving of 300 for them. The second thing, that the package of 300 would be of complete use for them. It would be of complete use for them. They will not in future regret that, yes, I lost the 1.5 GB data of a day. Okay, and I paid for that. That would not be a regret for those customers. Correct. So if in future, probably that might be a strategy of Vodafone. So this is called value analysis and value engineering. Okay, so value analysis is analyzing the value of a particular product to the customer. What value they are getting, what value they are deriving from a particular product, whether we need to improve that value or we are lacking somewhere in the value, and how can we improve over that value. Okay, now value is not only about the cost. Value can be different from a different customer. Like there's a very good example given in your this book that suppose taking a car, suppose take a car of Maruti Suzuki, okay, and another car is let's take BMW, okay. So one is Maruti Suzuki, one is BMW. What is the mileage of Maruti Suzuki? I think the mileage of Maruti Suzuki is more than BMW, but still, why people with more money prefer buying BMW rather than Maruti Suzuki? Why so? Why so? Because Maruti is giving a space of 4%. Even BMW sometimes give a space of 2% only. Okay, sometimes again. But why people buy that 2% space BMW rather than a Maruti Suzuki, which is giving them more mileage? Okay, so here the value for those customers who are buying the BMW is different. Value is not all about the cost for them. Okay, it's all not all about the kilometer uses, all the travel for them. The value could be the prestige that they are getting from the car. Okay, the value can be the prestige which they are getting from the car. Buying a BMW definitely will give you more prestige rather than buying a Maruti Suzuki. Okay, so value can be different. Value can be the cost value, or you can say a prestige value, a esteemed value. So there may be different values as well. So value analysis is nothing but analyzing all those values and just find out what more we can do, what we can improve, so that we can add more value to the customer. We can add more value to the customer. Firstly, you will analyze your current product. If you see that the current product is lacking somewhere, that the customer is not getting proper value out of that. Okay, what you will do, you will try to improve your product. Okay, like we can take an example of Parle-G. Suppose that someday Parle-G do value analysis, and they come to know that people would love orange flavor milk biscuit. Okay, so whether the possibility can be there that they come with a new product, orange flavor glucose biscuit. Okay, and there might be a chances that the sale of those orange flavor glucose biscuit might go high. Okay, that might be a thing. So definition of value analysis. Let's come to the book. Value analysis is a function-oriented, structured, and multidisciplinary team approach to solving the problem or identify the improvement. Okay, so it's a disciplined approach. It is not like, yes, you think you will do, you are doing. It's a structured approach. It's a multidisciplinary approach to identify the improvements and solving the problem of your current product. Okay. Improve value by sustaining, improving performance attributes, definitely, while at the same time reducing cost as well. Okay, so value, definitely the money value would also be there. If you think that the current product can be made at a lower cost, definitely the reducing the cost so that the product can be made available to customer at a lower price, that would also be a value engineering. Okay, sometimes you might have seen that like it happens that sometimes suppose a dairy milk, a 20-gram dairy milk, it is coming of rupees 20 rupees. Okay, and after a few days you see that in those 20 rupees they are providing 22-gram dairy milk. Why it happened? Probably they might have got some cost cut. Okay, they might identify some improvement which could be there in the process so that the cost can be reduced. That can be a thing. Okay, so this is rather a complicated definition worth reducing, defining key problem and relevant. So it's some of the definition of value analysis is given. It's a systematic, formal, and organized process of analyze and evaluation. Definitely we know. Okay, analyze concern the function of a product to meet the demand and application needed by the customer. So basically everything is customer centric. What is value? Value is the satisfaction which a customer gets from our product, So it's ultimately it's about customer, whether the customer is getting the ultimate value from the product or not. Okay, so value analysis have this section as well. Okay, understanding the use of a product implies that specification that can be established to assess the level of fit between the product and the value delivered by the customer or consumer. Okay, to succeed, the formal management processes must meet these functional specifications. Definitely. I mean, yeah, the functional specification should also be there, so that the value analysis can be applied. In order to yield a benefit to the company, the formal review process must result in a process of design improvement. So when you are reviewing, there should be a result of design some improvement in the current production. Okay. Now defining cost and value. I have already defined you the cost and value. So first is the value, use value. So car example is given. So use value is driving. Esteem value is the ownership of that car. So value is not same. Value can be different. Okay. Basically, there are three key costs of a product. Cost of part purchase, labor, factory overhead. It's a normal thing. Okay, you all know. And I don't think it would be there in a theory part. Okay. So we can further bifurcate it in cost to manufacture, assembly, poor quality, warranty cost as well. So these costs could also be there. Not an important thing. Focus of value analysis. What are the focuses on value analysis? It's important. Okay. The key focus of value analysis approach is therefore the management of functionality to yield value to the customer. To yield value to the customer, we focus on functionality. Okay. Let us emphasize this point a little. Not then long ago, the customer, the electric kettle. So basically, it's taking the example of electric kettle, that what electric kettle is offering to a customer. Electric kettle is offering a service of boiling milk, boiling water, making tea, making Maggie. So there are different services offered by electric kettle. So all these values, all these services offered provide a value to the customer. It provide a value to the customer. So you can say, what are the different values which can be offered by electric kettle to a customer? Now, suppose in future, value analysis is done, and suppose they find that after adding a particular component, they can make the electric kettle suitable to make vegetable. Okay, make curries as well. If they found that after adding a certain component in the product, they can make electric kettle suitable to make the vegetable or curry as well. Whether what would be their further step? They will analyze whether the cost and the value being added, the cost component, basically the cost of the component which is being added to the electric kettle, and the value which that change is providing, whether there is any balance or whether the value is more than the cost. If the value provided is more than the cost, what would be their step? They will definitely go with that, because customer would more like that new specification more. Customer would love to buy that. Okay, if customers are being offered a service, an additional service by the electric kettle, just by spending a minimum more amount, okay, whether the customer would go for that, the customer would probably go for that. So this is a proper analysis which is which happens in the value analysis process. They analyze what more we can do, and whether there would be any balance or there would be more value for the customers, and whether the value generated by for the customer would be more than the cost which would be paid by the customer. Okay, so this is all about value analysis. Now, type of value analysis exercise. How we basically imply the value analysis exercise. So first is value analysis of existing product. Firstly, see what your existing products are, what value they are offering, what are the limitation in your existing product. Okay, which customer basically want to resolve. Okay, let's take an example of an iron. Suppose the Bajaj iron, it's giving a good value to the customer, but the wire of the Bajaj iron, suppose it's an example. Okay, suppose the wire of Bajaj iron, it got damaged quickly. Okay, so what would be the value, what additional value the Bajaj people can add for the customer? They can make the wire more durable, okay, by certainly replacing one component with another so that the wire can become more durable. So that would be a value addition for customer. So firstly, what we needed to do, firstly analyze what your current product is. Okay, analyze completely your current product, what changes your current product require, whether your current product require any changes, whether it is having some limitation which is keeping the value to the customer at lower. Okay, if you find that there are some limitation in the existing product, your next step would be the value analysis for new product. Okay, value engineering. Now you can modify it, with the new things, okay, which you have analyzed during the value analysis process. Now value analysis of product families. So value analysis of product family, what is it? It is, so product family is nothing about a particular product, but about a complete product family. Like suppose a company is making, let's take an example of a biscuit making company. Okay, suppose Sunfeast is making a glucose biscuit as well as the cream biscuits, okay, as well as Kaju cookies and other biscuits as well. Now, suppose they find a particular value engineering and value analysis. They did a value analysis for glucose biscuit, and they find some value improvement in the glucose biscuit. And they thought that this value can also be improved in cream biscuit and the Kaju cookies. Whether they would go for the value engineering and value improvement in the other products as well, definitely they will go for that. So value analysis for product family is a value analysis for not a particular product, but a complete similar products which we are making. Okay, so this is value analysis for product family. Now what is competitive value analysis? So competitive value analysis is analyzing the value of our competitor. Suppose me and my competitor, they are making same product. Okay, let's take the example of Vodafone and Jio. Okay, so what would be the step of Vodafone if they wanted to make a competitive value analysis? What would be their step? So their step would be, they will first see what is the value added by the Jio. Okay, what basically the product of the Jio is, they will do the value analysis of the product of Jio. Okay, they will see what value analysis they have done and how they have improved their product, and they will try to make the same value analysis and value improvement in their product. The Vodafone will try to do that. So when the Jio came with the offer of free data and data at a lower cost, what Vodafone did, so they also did the same thing. They came with an offer of unlimited calling and then unlimited data. So these all things came after value analysis of Jio. So it is a continuous improvement process after monitoring and watching the value analysis done by your competitor. And how the value analysis of a competitor done, I hope you guys know. It's called reverse engineering, as we have done in the last lecture. So it's not simply prerogative to the business that is design the product. Instead, VA is often used as a competitive weapon as well. Definitely, if you want competitive analysis, do the value engineering, do the value analysis, improve your value than the competitor. Okay. Best initial. So these are those only things which I told you. How to use value analysis. So what are the keys to success of value analysis? So firstly, definitely, if you are doing a value analysis, you need approval from senior management, and enlist a senior manager as a champion. It means that, identify a leader for your product, identify a leader, uh, you need to do value analysis under your leader, under the manager. Let the the senior manager initiate. Let them tell that what would be their benefit if we do value engineering and value analysis. Okay, identify a leader, definitely. Other is establish the reporting procedure. Once value analysis process is done, you need to make a proper reporting to the leader. Okay, this project plan need to be formally displayed as a mean of controlling and evaluating achievement against time. Present the value analysis concept and objective to the team, to all middle and senior manager. Let them know about the value engineering. Okay, regular communication should be there. Provide office space. Definitely, you should provide resources as well for value engineering. It should not be like you allocated only one person that you do all the things. You do value engineering, you do technical things as well, you analyze everything. A person who is knowledgeable for all those things, proper resources should be given. That person should be given who is available, who is uh, uh, able to make people understand about the processes. Okay, so proper resources should be given at least. Select the product, definitely. Objectives of project, why we are doing value analysis. Select and inform any personnel and train the team. So basically, this is a complete process how you should do value engineering, value analysis. After value analysis, let's come to value engineering. Now, what is value engineering? See, value analysis, we saw about continuous improvement of in the value. Okay. But in value engineering, what we thought, what are our basic objective is? So basic objective is we see our current product, we see our current processes. We just try that what are those processes which we do not know, which we can somewhere ignore, which is not adding a value to the customer, which is not adding a value to the customer and still making a cost to the customer. So we identify, we basically try to remove the cost, reduce the cost. Okay. So it's a bit cost cut thing, but definitely you cannot reduce value by reducing cost. The value should always be there. Of course, if there are chances for the cost cut, you make the cost cut. So this is what value engineering is. A systematic approach to analyze the functional requirement of a product or a services for the purpose of achieving the essential function at the lowest total cost. All essential functions should be there. Yes, if you can reduce the cost, just try to reduce the cost. So value engineering is an effective problem solving technique. Value engineering is essentially a process which uses function analysis, teamwork, and creativity to improve the value. Okay, if you can imply something new so that the value can be there and the cost can be increased or value even can be increased, that is also a value engineering technique. Okay, so this is an example of value engineering. Adarsh Instrument, located in Ambala, is a medical instrument manufacturing company considered to apply value engineering in the focus adjustment knob in one of their model SL250 for slit lamp in microscope. This microscope has found application in the field of eye inspection. The value engineering analysis may help the company in running its export business of medical microscopes. The firm is producing different type of microscope which they export to various countries around the globe. Okay, all the product manufactured here are conforming to international standard. It's an ISO certified company. So it's given the detail of total saving are given, like total cost is this, cost before analysis, total cost before analysis, the total cost of nylon knob. So basically it was total cost before analysis and it is total cost after analysis. So they are making this saving and this is in percentage of basically 11.59 divided by 29.99. Now this is the annual demand 8,000. So that it is total saving and it is the value improvement which they have made in percentage now. Okay. Now, what are the steps to be followed for doing value engineering? How can you conclude the decision on the basis of value engineering? So basically, they are given certain scope, certain steps for the value engineering, like select a complete product plan, gather information about the product, functional analysis of the product, how they function, creative phase and preparing a worksheet, Okay, evaluation sheet, cost analysis, result and conclusion, and implementation. So this is a proper step of value engineering. Okay, and all these things are given. The same thing like how we got the conclusion of value engineering and value analysis. Now, what are the advantages? Definitely cost reduction. Overall production is increased. Manpower is reduced because cost is reduced. It means manpower is reduced and scrap is definitely being reduced, because what is the ultimate objective? That we should not produce the scrap. Whatever process which we can ignore, which are there without any reason, we will reduce that. If we are reducing that, we will definitely reduce the scrap. So this is the value engineering chapter, an easier one. Like I can say the theory chapter, not even practical. I don't think it's much applied in the practical life unless and until there are certain very big companies. Definitely the big companies like Nestle, Vodafone, all those companies, they will certainly apply these methods, but not the small companies. They do not usually follow these methods. So this is value analysis and value engineering. I hope you understood the topic. If you guys have any problem, just let me know on my mail ID. So guys, this is all from my side for the day. Have a very nice day and have a very good care of yourself.